Hey y'all, my name is Kiana Nicole and welcome back to my channel. Most people call me Key though, and that's originally how I started this channel off as, but then we're here now with Kiana Nicole because I just thought, like the flow of that is a little bit better. Anyways, y'all see the title. Yeah, your girl was laid off, but you know what? It's okay. We are making it through this season and we're gonna talk about it. So, for some of the people that saw my older videos that are now taken down, you know that I quit my job as a consultant in 2022, September. Actually, the last day was the day before my birthday. And I was just like, you know what, God, I know you're going to bless me because I feel like you're calling me away from this job. Like, I know you're going to bless me. I know it's going to be fine. It's going to be good. Well, seems like every job that I would apply for, God was like closing the doors. He was just boom, bam, 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 closing the doors. So it took me 8 months to get another job. 8 months. Insert the like, dang, the Kevin Hart, dang. 8 months. And I ended up landing at a job that it was like, okay, for the time, I was like, you know what, this is cool. I was a marketing director, which we'll talk about here in a minute. And that was the job that I was at. I won't say quickly, but in a sense quickly realized that job probably wasn't for me after being in the job for all of May, June, and July. That's when things kind of started popping up that I was like, you know what, God, I'm not really liking this. And maybe one day I'll get on here and like share everything that I just like wasn't a fan of. But I was like, you know what, God, it's me and you. It's me and you. Fast forward to that September. This is now, we're in 2023 because like I told y'all, it took me 8 months to get a job. And I was just going through it. Down bad, y'all. Like, down bad. Like, God, why have you forsaken me? Like, what did I do to deserve this? Like, you know that everything is going on in this job. Like, was I not supposed to leave my other job? But I felt like you were calling me from it. Like, what is this? You know this isn't what I prayed for. But again, my friends rallied around me. They pulled me back up and I got back on track and, started reading the Bible a lot more. I started doing a Bible study with like friends in the morning. And I was like, all right, God, we really good this time. Like, I'm gonna sit in this job. I'm gonna do whatever it is that you want me to do. I'm gonna also create my content. I'm gonna get more like consistent with it. And we cool, we good. Like, you got me here. I'll still apply for stuff on the other side or like on the side. And like I said, I'm gonna show up and I'm gonna be the light because I know you are calling us to be the light. You're calling us to be good in any place that we are in because we are really working for you. That was me and God. We was right there. We was twinning them. So I thought. God works in funny ways, y'all. So, like I said, we was twinning them. I ended up getting some major growth on my Instagram. I was like, God, okay, like I see like this major growth. And when I say like growth, I mean like 20,000 followers more than what I had. So I'm like, well, maybe not 20,000 more. It was more like 18,000 more. But y'all get it. Y'all get the point. That's major growth, okay? That's major growth. So my friends ended up having me a 20K party. We're celebrating. And again, I'm like, all right, God, this is my season. Something led me to start reading Job. So I had started reading Job and I'm like, all right, okay, And I had wrote down like everything I had wanted in like a job, in content creation, in a husband, everything. And I had just stuck it in like, I think it was like Job chapter 9. I had just stuck it in there one day. So I had been reading Job and I was like, God, like make me like Job. Like not really like even like make me like Job. Like, this man, he just continued on doing whatever he needed to do. And, he was mad at you for a little bit, but, he got back on track. He got back on track. Like, he never forsaked you. I want to be like Job because Job was really that guy because in times of, like, hardship, I know for me personally, I'm very much so, well, in the past, not now. I was very much like, God, why would you do this to me? Blah, 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 blah. And Job, he did that. But he never forgot who God was. He always knew that God was there. So, fast forward to this January, I started feeling like something might be a little bit off. Like something's a little bit off. Something's off. I'm like, you know what? It's fine. Ended up getting two jobs that were requesting me for interviews. One of them I really wasn't a fan of, and then the other one I was pumped for. It was a marketing manager for a bank. So I started interviewing for this job, and I was like, this is it. This is it. This is it. This is it. But I'm thinking, God, what am I going to tell like my manager at this current job? It's a small company. Like, what am I going to tell him? I know he's probably going to be angry with me. Like, what am I going to tell him? Well, I didn't have to tell him anything because I ended up getting laid off on February 9th. I was late to work that day because there was a funeral. I live on a major highway in Georgia, and there was a funeral for I think a law enforcement officer, and so I was about 30 minutes late to work. I pulled into the parking lot, and the Holy Spirit said, take that key off your key ring. Mind you, the key is the key to get into the office. I've never taken that off of my key ring for as long as I've had the key, but I took it off. I'm like, okay, like, am I about to get like laid off? Is that why you want me to do that? But I walk in, and sure enough, when I come in, he's like, basically, I got laid off. Cool. So if I'm honest with myself, I really wasn't too worried. But one of the reasons why I wasn't too worried is because I knew that I potentially had another job lined up. I was like, you know what? I did good in these interviews. I did good on the little assignment that they gave me. Ain't nobody touching me in this interview. I'm good. Good. So I even told them as they were laying me off, I was like, it's fine. Like, God has me. Like, sleep well tonight. Like, I will be okay. And I left. Ended up not getting the other job. And that's when the panic kicked in. But I realized that I had told God or asked God, I'm like, in that conversation with him, talking about like Job was a man that he just continued on. Like, he never stopped believing in you. Like, there were moments and times where he maybe felt sorry for himself and truly like cried out to you and was like, what are you doing? But he continued on with you. And my vision board coming into 2023, because at that time, like I said, I had just quit. I almost told y'all the company name. I had just quit my consulting job, and I looked at my vision board, and I had wrote on there, Job chapter 8, verse 7. It says, your beginnings will seem humble, so prosperous will your future be. And I said, Job really been percolating in my life for a while. I don't know what it is that you need me to get from this guy, but Job has been percolating for a while. So I'm like, you know what? Maybe I really do need to be like Job in this season. Maybe I do really need to lean into you and let you just do the work that you need to do. And no matter what, continue to believe in you. Now, I would be lying to you if I said that I wasn't scared to death. Like, I'm just coming off of 8 months of unemployment, getting finances and everything back, completely in order. And now I'm unemployed again. It's not easy. It's not easy. And I had a friend that was like, you're doing it. But I had to let him know. I was like, you know what? I'm not trying to like save face. Like, I have my moments where I'm in there like crying, like, God, what are you doing in my life? Like, I need to know like what's happening. Lord, Holy Spirit, you still there? Hey, what are you doing? Because this is scary. I don't know where I'm going to be in a month. I don't know where I'm going to be in 2 months. But I'm just trying to take it one day at a time. And I was reading this thing yesterday. It was actually like a devotional journal that I got from a conference that I was serving at for my church. And in one of the like devotional journals, it said, she was talking about like hardships and being like basically in times that were rough. And it said, Lord, I choose to go through this as a student, not a victim. And I think oftentimes I like to go through my situations as a victim, and I don't really stand on business. And when I say like stand on business, like the business is the Bible. I don't be standing on it. Like I don't fully lean into the fact that the God has us no matter what happens. And now in this season, I'm really trying to stand on business, like trying to stand on the Bible. Like, you know what? Hey, this is what you said. This what you said in the Bible. You said you got me. You said you would never leave me or forsake me. Like, you said that. So, yeah. The scariest part about it is Job had everything ripped away from him. All he had was God. And that's the scary part for me, because I've talked to God and I'm like, hey God, please, like, don't let it get to that point. And it's hard to know that, you know, we're living in times of people are getting laid off left and right. People are losing their homes. People are losing their cars. People are just losing these things. And I know it's only things, but it's sad. And I don't think anybody who is in the situation would want anybody who's not in the situation to say, well, sometimes you gotta lose stuff to, and then like get it back. People don't want to hear that. The harsh reality of it is that these things can happen. But I am believing for myself that none of that is going to happen for me. I'm believing for you that none of it is going to happen to you. I'm believing that God is a redeemer of time, and God is going to come in and change your situation around. Just like that. Just like that. And I've had to remind myself that when things do happen for me, they happen quickly. When it's at that time point where I'm like, I literally don't have another resort. I don't know what to do. You either got me or you don't. Because I don't got myself. Like, I don't know how to get my way out of it. And it's like Jesus just swoops in, and it's like, you're good. You're good. And so I'm leaning on that, and I'm leaning on the fact that it won't get to that point, that God truly does have me, and that his plan for me is better than any plan that I have ever even thought of. And I'm leaning on the fact that he is using my gifts. He is using the platform that I've created. I had someone slide in my DMs the other day. When I say slide in my DMs, I had a woman, she DM'd me, and she was just like, you got to continue to use your platform. Like, people need to hear the things that you're saying. And I'm like, little old me who be on here joking and doing this and doing that. She's like, you got to use it. You got to use it. And so I'm in a season where I'm just trying to use my gifts, and I'm just trying to continue to move my feet and do whatever it is that maybe that I need to do. I don't have any clear direction from God. I'm just doing stuff. I'm just applying for the job. I'm just putting out the video. I'm just trying. So if I can encourage you from anything, in any way or anything from this video, just keep moving your feet. A friend told me that, my best friend told me that a while ago, like maybe a year or two ago. And it has stuck with me. Kiana, keep moving your feet. Kiana, keep moving your feet. I want you all to continue to move your feet as well, and know that God has you. He does. He has you in his hands. And I know sometimes it's hard to believe it, especially when you're not feeling it. Because even as I'm writing even as I'm recording this video, there have been times, and even this morning, I was like, I don't feel anything. Like, but you have to remember that he is still there, whether you feel him or not. You can't base everything off of a feeling. We have to know that he is there and that he is good. And so take what you need from this video. And I just pray that you all have an amazing day. This video is a little bit different than my normal videos are, or what they used to be, because I've taken them all down. This is kind of just like I'm sitting on my couch, and I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and record this video. But yeah, y'all, thank y'all for listening to the end. I pray that you have an amazing day. I pray that blessings and new opportunities come your way, and I pray that it's in abundance. All right, y'all. Bye. Not the peace sign, Lord.